What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Catfish Season 6, Episode 3, Danny and Rosa. Pause for the cause. I don't know what's going on with my internet and how come this shit ain't uploading quicker like it used to. But I'm still uploading in the process. It's 9:10. Black Ink Crew went off at 8 o'clock. My review been done and it's still literally uploading. I'm frustrated because I don't know what's going on, but y'all will get it tonight, so don't even fucking worry. Anyway, moving on from that. Black ink, nope, wrong. Catfish. So this Catfish is about Danny. Danny is in Florida. He's born and raised in Puerto Rico. He moved to Florida. He started this online relationship with this girl named Rosa, okay? First of all, when he first contacted Rosa, she was on one page. He sent the message, didn't send nothing back, contacted her on a second page that she had. Now, see, if a person has all these pages and they don't contact you back, that's a red flag right there. Why do you need multiple pages of yourself and you're doing nothing? Okay? Um, then you have a third page that finally responded to him, and then they start chatting it up, kicking it and all that stuff. He come to find out that she lives in Connecticut. Then all of a sudden, for her job, he said, why don't you just come on down here, move to Orlando, Florida with me? And then at one point, she supposedly did move down there, and they were supposed to meet up, never met up. Now, if somebody's going to move to you, I'm not about to move to a place for somebody that I have never seen. Of course, we haven't met each other, but at least can we video chat? Can we do all that stuff? Yeah, y'all spoke on the phone, but I never seen your face physically, like on a camera or whatever. So no, I'm not about to pick up and move and all this shit just for somebody over the internet. Hell no. Okay, it don't work that way. And so, with all that going on, he was like, at one point, she talking about something. She so pretty that her co-workers' girlfriends be getting into it with her. She got into a fight with one of them. She almost bashed their head. She bashed their head in the floor. Okay, was doing all this stuff. She had to go to jail when she get to Orlando, and it was just a lot. They talking in the messages, and he said, I'm in love with this girl. We talking about marriage. We talking about kids, and she going through stuff, and I'm telling her, pray to God, and he's very religious and everything. He Puerto Rican, so Hispanic, heavily in the Catholic Church, I'm presume. So I was just like, oh, okay. And I'm just sitting here like, boy, something isn't right. So why do you continue to do this? I just don't understand people who allow themselves to get catfish. See, right about now, this shit is just now on 36%. I am so fucking frustrated. I am so sorry that I just broke out, but bitch, I'm pissed off because I don't know why is it going so slow right now. But anyway, and they usually don't do this. Anyway, so Neve and Max, they go out there to Florida to meet Danny. Okay, he's telling them all that stuff. Did y'all check out when they was micing him up? And Neve was like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And then we got down to his private and was all, can you hear me? I said, come on, Neve. You do this shit on purpose because people are already putting out shit that you and Max got a little thing going on. Yeah, you could say he got a girlfriend, he just had a baby. It's a whole bunch of people who got girlfriends and babies who still fucking around with the same sex, okay? You just never know. But stop playing games like that if you want these rumors and stuff to go away. Stop that. I think that bromance is really cool. It's nothing wrong with having somebody that you're really close to outside your family, whatever that's like family. But that just took me all the way out. I'm like, what? What are you doing? Get back from up there. So, from down there, I should say. So Danny telling them all this stuff, okay? Red flags popping up each and everywhere. Ding, 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 ding. They just pinging off of everything, okay? So they go and they look for her information. They get the picture. One picture don't work. Second picture don't work. Third picture, we have a winner. Come to find out, her name is not Rosa. Her name is Natalie. Now, first they looked at the Facebooks, okay? The first Facebook that he contacted had 1,700 friends on there. The second Facebook page had 100. The third Facebook page that actually responded had only 15. Child, come on. Come on. Like, what? It don't make no sense, okay? Then, we found out that the person name is Natalie. She got all these pictures on Instagram, 13,000 followers, and, things of that matter. And it's like, okay, we know that he's being catfish, which we already knew. Let's find out who is this girl who's claiming to be Rosa. So they looking at her friend stuff and his friend stuff. And on one of the pages, one page had a whole bunch of guy friends, another page had a whole bunch of girlfriends, and then the other page had guys but one girl. And the one main girl that was on there, her name was Brandy. Brandy was actually on a season of Catfish herself in Dallas, okay? So at this point in time, Max and Eve, they're like, something about this ain't right. What if Brandy, because she was actually doing the catfishing, what if she is actually the one that's being Rosa and behind this page and doing all this stuff, causing this bullshit again? So they was like, let's reach out to her. He still had her phone number conveniently. Bitch, when we throw, I'm deleting your phone number. When you ain't gotta keep in contact like that. He called her. She was like, hey, y'all, what's up? I ain't heard from y'all in a minute. You can't call a bitch and just check on her? She was like, no, that ain't what we called you for. We called you because we doing another episode of Catfish, right? And this girl, her name Rosa, she on your friends list, or she got you as a friend. And we just want to know, do you know her? Rosa. No, I don't know no Rosa. I mean, I can go through my thing and see who it is. But I probably never interacted with a Rose or whatever. So she go through her thing and she was like, yeah, I think this person just sent me a friend request and I just went on ahead and added her and I haven't had any interaction with her or whatever. It was like, so she's supposed to be Catfish? Yeah, where do you stay at, Brandy? You still down in Texas? Yeah, I'm still in Houston, Dallas. I was like, oh, okay. So when they get off the phone with her, she was like, if you need anything, just hit me up and I'll provide you some assistance and all that shit. Fine. They was like, I'm still not convinced. I'm still not sold that this bitch ain't the one. I was like, that would have been fucked up if that would have been her. I said twice. You ain't learned your lesson yet, bitch. Okay? You want to be doubly humiliated on TV? But there's like, it's still a possibility that she could have been, catfishing and saying that she's Rosa from Florida and all that shit. But they go to Danny and tell him what they found. Because they also looked up the number and the number came out to somebody named Yemi or something like that. And they found nobody on the friends list that was named that. Okay? And so once that happened, excuse my sinuses. This weather got me just all types of fucked up. But today is just not my day. Oh my god, I'm so mad. Y'all, I'm so mad. It shouldn't take this long. Y'all know I like giving y'all shit on time, bitch. This is throwing me off and I got 2 more videos to do after this. Anyway, I don't plan on being up all night. Anyway, so he don't know who Gimme is, but they went on ahead and called the number. And this is what took me the fuck out. Neve was on that phone like, hello, Rosa. Is this Rosa? Yes. Yeah, this is Max and Eve from Catfish, and we're here with Danny. Do you know a Danny? Yes, I know a Danny. So, you mean to tell me what? Are you serious? Yes, we know that, you're supposed to be Rosa, and we know that the girl in the picture is not Rosa, that is somebody named Natalie. Wait a minute. What you trying to tell me? So you trying to tell me that I don't know who the fuck I am or whatever? You trying to tell me that I'm lying? You trying to tell me all that? I said, bitch, no, you won't get on the phone with a goddamn attitude. I said, you better hold the fort and hold that lie down. She was trying to convince us so hard. She was like, bitch, hold up. Who the fuck do you think you are calling me, telling me who the fuck I am? I know who I am. My name is goddamn Rosa, and that is me in the motherfucking pictures. I said, hold steady to it, bitch. Hold steady. Keep that story going. Even though they already found proof and telling you that they found out that ain't you, bitch. I'm saying, you got your goddamn nerves. It was too funny to me. I said, when they get on the phone and when they get presented with, the evidence and stuff, and they have attitude, I be wanting to jump through the TV and knock their ass out. Like, bitch, you did this, okay? You did this, all right? You should have been prepared for this day to come. Not with no attitude. The other people should have an attitude, okay? But anyway, it was like, do you want to meet him? Okay. She was like, I mean, it's some stuff that I do need to tell him, but I'm a little nervous because, I was playing games, okay? It ain't me in the picture. We already know that. We established that. Are you in Florida? Bitch, I'm in Connecticut. Danny was like, ain't this about a bitch? I said, Danny, you should have known, stupido. Okay? So after that, they went on ahead, packed their bags, got on the plane, went to Connecticut. They go over there to her place, knock on the door. Door opens, Neve goes in, okay? Because, Neve the OG gangster when it comes to coming to these people's houses and stuff. Max, me. I'm going to stay all the way over here, so just in case something's happen, the car not too far, I can get there quick, okay? They get to the door, and he goes in. He was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's just so much going. I said, what the hell is going on? You in there crying? No, bitch. Fuck your tears, okay? Because you fucked up, all right? Girl, come to find out, Neve is trying to comfort this person and tell them, it's okay. It's okay. Just take a deep breath. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Just come on now. Tell them who you are and all this stuff, and it's be all over. And it's be all over and done. He go out to Max and Danny. And then next thing you know, this guy comes out the house. And I said, OMG. I didn't expect it to be a guy. I did not expect it to be a guy, and I forgot that they were in the preview for the trailer of the show, but I didn't know that it was this one, okay? So when it was the guy, I was just like, because at first, to be honest, because Catfish has a history of, putting these bad bitches, bad body ass big bitches on here, catfishing bitches, okay? And I was just ready to go in and be like, here we go with another big dumb bitch, okay? Making us look bad. But no, it was a dude, okay? And he was a little thickums, okay, a little chunky, and you could just tell by the way that he came out and how he was scared or whatever that he had some issues with himself, okay? You can just tell the nigga wasn't all the way there. Something was going on in his mind that allowed him to do some shit like this. He just didn't look well. He looked all type of, I've been in here for 40 days, 40 nights, no air, no sunlight, no nothing. Like his skin looked bad, dental hygiene looked bad, it looked like he probably was really big at one point and he lost a little bit of weight, and he still had that little leftover excess weight or whatever. He looked like that. And I'm not trying to go in on him and how he look, because bitch, I don't look no bad. I mean, I'm a big bitch too, but I just don't understand why people do this shit and why you allow yourself to. It's so many red flags. Like, you are going through something, so you're gonna take it out on other people. So basically, Danny was like, nah, man. Whatever the fuck this is, you ain't have to do no shit like this. And he was like, who is Natalie? It was like, I did this to get back at Natalie, okay? Because she used to bully me in high school and things of that. And I wanted her to feel the pain that I felt. Mind you, he's 26 years old. He made this profile when he was in the ninth grade. So ninth grade, you're 14, 15 years old, okay? That's over 10 years going by, okay? And you're still doing this shit, you're still holding on to this past hurt, and you probably never will see this girl again in your life, okay? And I don't know if it was just me, or was I projecting or whatever, but it did feel like a little bit that Danny was slightly homophobic, just a little bit, or he was just really, really disgusted, because he was like, nah, don't do that. It was just his body language in a way that he was pissed off, and I get it. You expecting to be a woman, and you're talking to a man this whole time, and you're not gay. But it was just something about the way that he said that whole thing, and was like, you need to get right with God and something like that. Because in my mind, when I hear that stuff, that's what a lot of church folks say to gay people. You need to get right with God. You need to pray the gay way. You need to do this. I could be projecting a little bit, but when that happened, child, he went and got to the car. We get a little history on Jose. That's his name. His name is Jose. And his whole thing was Natalie used to, in a group of kids, used to bully him in high school. He never got out of it. He's been depressed. He's, I guess, tried to do drugs. He was a drug addict at one point. staying in the house, all this stuff, and just not happy with himself, you know, shit like that. And so they was like, well, you need to get, if you want, we can have somebody come and help you. We can help you, get out of this darkness and get out of your demons and things of that such. And, the next day they do meet up. And that's what Jose was saying. You need to get out the house. You need to go to church and all that shit. Y'all swear church will save and help every goddamn thing. Sometimes, okay, there is nothing absolutely wrong with praying, but that is not the ultimate solution, okay? Because faith without work is dead. You have to put in that effort to get out. And the way that Danny kind of said, you got to overcome these demons, it was almost as if he said it as if it was so easy to do. Okay, I'm like, if it was so easy to do, he would have did it anyway. Like, he wouldn't be in a situation. And that's what some people irk me when they do stuff like that too. Like, oh, you depressed, you could just easily get out of it. No, you can't just easily get out of it, because if that's the case, they wouldn't be in it as long as they is. But I do appreciate Danny for trying to tell him that you need to get help. Okay? And he did, offer go to church or whatever. Find a church to go to. And in that moment I felt he was saying, yeah, you can pray to God, but you also can, look to the church community, because they also, I'm pretty sure that some churches have different like counselings and group sessions and things of that such that can help people, okay, if you just need somebody to talk to. So I didn't see anything wrong with that. And he actually did take that suggestion, and he started going to church, and he started feeling better, and I said, that's cool. But when Danny gave him that prayer, he was like, I want to do it in Spanish. Danny, I got a feeling Danny said that shit in it ain't shit. Danny did that prayer in Spanish because for some reason I don't feel like it would have had the same effect had he did it in English, because I was sitting here like it just sounded so fucking powerful in Spanish. And then, Danny, you should be a preacher. If whatever you're doing now in life don't work out, go to the ministry, okay? That's what you need to do. Be a pastor or something. But he they left on good terms, okay? They left on good terms. He prayed for him to get out of his darkness and release his demons and things of that such, and that was cool. I'm really actually happy that Danny didn't just throw him off to the wayside. And he did try to keep up with him, but Jose didn't want him to. Jose was like, okay, we talked a couple of times, but I want to leave the past in the past. Jose then moved on, found him a little boo. Okay, he got him a little good job. Okay, he done moved out, got his own place, He done lost a little bit of weight. Jose looked like he getting his shit together, because that before and that after, baby, you could tell he was doing something, because he looked refreshed, replenished, and okay, he looked all the way better. I said, all right, Jose. See, that's what some fruits, some vegetables, some greens, and a good little cardio in there. And then all that shit, you got to work on the inside sometimes. And sometimes you got to work on the outside first, to make your insides feel better a little bit sometimes. Or you could do it in reverse, It's your world. You do whichever one, okay? It was cute. But Jose, let me tell you something, bitch. Like Danny said, it's okay if you like men, get with somebody who like fucking men. Don't fucking do that shit. I was just confused, Jose. Like, here's my thing. You said that this was gonna hurt Natalie. Natalie don't even know the fuck that you exist anymore, okay? She probably forgot about you the day that she graduated. Alright, I'm just saying. 10 years later, you allow somebody to have such a hold on your life that you are still using her stuff to catfish people as if it's really going to hurt her, because I'm pretty sure other people are using her pictures to catfish other people. So this is like, you're making her popular. You just gave her a little bit more fame, okay? That's what you just did, all right? You brought her on this show. You're doing all this shit. You put her name out there. It served no purpose. Whatever it is that you was trying to do, trying to hurt this girl, that didn't hurt her. That probably made her stock go up, all right? Don't let shit in the past or people fucking bring you down or have such a heavy hold on your life that it makes you stagnant, that your everyday depends on what this certain person has done to you or is doing to you. Get out of it. And I know it's not easy to just get out of it so quick, but bitch, I'll be good goddamn if I let every fucking negative thing that somebody has to say about me bring my spirit down. If I harp on that from 10 years ago, bitch, what? What the fuck? I have a life. I need to be out here living, and so do you. And that's the message to every goddamn body. Jose, you was fucking wrong for that shit, okay? But anyway, that was Catfish. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I see y'all later. Peace.